we are an obese country. And I can tell you again, as I got older, and even though I'm a confident public speaker and national author and yada, 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 you tend to look in the mirror and go, wow, when did that happen? I know a lot of men don't want to admit that, but I did. I mean, I did a few years ago and I went, yeah, how did that possibly happen? I mean, I lost 55 pounds and I'm still overweight. I got about another 25 or 30 to go. And now I look back on it and I'm proud of myself for losing the weight. And I'm back at the gym 3, 4 times a week. But now, even that, which is a positive thing, I constantly find myself going, how the hell did I let myself do that? How did I spend 15 years morbidly obese? How stupid was I? Now, these are not good thoughts, but I will tell you when I look in the mirror at the gym and I see a little growth and I go, okay, not bad for 67, but God, you still got a long way to go. I just can't seem to get out of that cycle of saying something great, thinking something great, but then ending with, how the hell did I let myself get to this? In many ways.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad you brought that up. First of all, just listening to you makes me feel sad and grateful. And I want you to know that obesity is not a problem of food or adipose tissue, fat tissue. It's a brain problem. It's a brain problem caused by stress. So what happens is when our ancestors, way back when they had stress, it was typically that they were starving to death. And so for all of us, it's not just a few people who are genetically inclined to obesity, it's for all of us that when we get stressed, we will have a change in our appetite. Now, most people get very hungry and want to deposit that fat. And there are 8 major chemicals that all humans have that actually make you hungry for no reason. You are just starving all the time, and whatever you eat is just the exact wrong thing that's going to pack on pounds. And then whatever you do eat, even small deviations will go right to fat tissue. So let me tell you that in that state of there are 8 chemicals, and those chemicals are cortisol, dopamine, serotonin, insulin, PYY, ghrelin, GLP-1. And what these chemicals do, all of these chemicals are caused by these circuits of stress. When you turn those circuits off, those chemicals normalize. When they normalize, it is like having Manjaro, except a healthy version of it, because you normalize all 8 of the chemicals, not just one with a few other hanging on, and you don't put yourself in starvation mode. Also, I want you to have unconditional love for yourself. That one of the circuits that you have may be because with many successful people, you have to be very discerning to be successful, right? So if you're discerning, that means you're critical of yourself. You have to be very precise, and you're gonna also be critical of the fact that you've had a weight gain. You have every right to have had a weight gain, and let me tell you why. The stress of those circuits, those spiral down circuits, actually cause the thinking brain, which is the sort of the good parent inside of us, to disconnect from the emotional brain that controls these chemicals. And when that happens, you actually are not aware of what the sensations and emotions are in your body. So you didn't feel the quote weight of that weight because your brain was too stressed to give you that feedback. So the stress itself caused changes in your brain that would make it very unlikely that you would feel motivated and empowered to lose weight. You'd rather just move on to whatever else you're doing. So that's why it's Manjaro or any of them cannot solve this problem. And let me just tell you why. Because what happens in the brain is the stress comes in, one of these circuits, either a spiral up circuit or a spiral down circuit, is activated. If it's spiral down circuit, you're going to get widespread chemical dysregulation. You're going to have lots and lots of health problems, including most particularly everyone overeating and weight gain. If you don't catch it at the circuit level, there's so many chemicals and so much inflammation that happens, you can't mop it up. There's no chemical that will do what EBT will do for you. In other words, there's no drug you can take that will replicate natural health that comes out of these these joy and purpose circuits, homeostatic. So essentially, you want to catch it before we have to use drugs. And then if we haven't caught it, use drugs, but at the same time, use EBT to get your brain and body optimally regulated so you can come off those drugs and also have many more expansive areas of being happy and healthy.